What's up everyone, Sean here, and I'm finally back with this style of reviewing with the latest title of Smash, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I know I've been very late and very much overdue for this review, but the holidays was just kicking my ass and I just really wanted to share my thoughts about this Smash. And the question is now, is this the ultimate Smash that we've been craving for? I know it's a late question for maybe many of you, but again, I wanted to give my thoughts on it. So let's smash right into it. But first, as always, a history lesson. The Super Smash Bros. Franchise planted its roots starting from the Nintendo 64 on January 21st, 1999 in Japan. It was originally slated to be Japan only with its small budget, but they've made a life-changing decision to bring it to the rest of the world. On April 26, 1999, it was available in the States. Smash grew even more with Melee after being released on November 21st, 2001 in Japan and December 3rd, 2001 here in the US. In fact, it was a seed for one of the most known communities within the fighting game community, and its competitive scene still lives to this very day.
Okay, what's he got here? Johnny,
he did it. He's got to grab the ledge. He's got to grab the ledge.
Oh my God, he just did it!
Mr. J is a legend! Mr. J, are you out of your mind? This is evil!
Then came Brawl, March 9, 2008 in the US, with its first guest characters rolling in with Solid Snake of Metal Gear and Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog, not to mention its first attempt at online multiplayer. Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, aka Smash 4, was released on November 21st, 2014 on the Wii U. Also, a 3DS version was made, making it the first and only handheld debut for the 3DS. This time, it featured even more guest characters with Sonic of course, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Cloud Strife, Ryu of Street Fighter, and Bayonetta, and with the absence of Solid Snake. It was also the debut of the chaotic 8-player Smash mode.
Your money's on Cloud, big mistake, buddy.
Where am I? Oh yeah.
Where am I?
Then we got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate announced and released in the same year, December 7th, 2018 worldwide. All this is thanks to Masahiro Sakurai, the leading developer of the Smash series, who is also known for the creator of Kirby and also directed Kid Icarus Uprising back in 2012. Sakurai was formerly known to work at the company HAL Laboratory when he developed Smash on a Nintendo 64. Now here's a fun little historical fact. HAL Laboratory made a game called Metal Slayer Glory for the Famicom in 1991. Unfortunately, this put them into a financial strain and they had to file into bankruptcy. However, Nintendo came in to the rescue and made an offer to HAL to save them from bankruptcy on the condition that one of their employees, Satoru Iwata, yes, you heard that right, was appointed to be their president of Nintendo. Iwata, from HAL Laboratory, later became the Nintendo president from that day on. And later on, Iwata hired Sakurai from Sora to help work on Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Kind of funny how it all comes full circle. Its sales are insane, as its physical launch sales in the UK were 302% higher than Smash 4. The US had over 3 million units sold, naturally making this the fastest selling title for Nintendo, the Nintendo Switch so far, and the fastest selling title of any Nintendo title for Europe. In Japan, it's outsold Breath of the Wild and Pokemon Let's Go with 1.2 million copies in the first 3 days. I think we get the point. Because of its easy to pick up gameplay, items, unique game mechanics comparing to its fighting game brethrens, the single player content, and let's not forget its massive I tell you, and ambitious character rosters, it is one of, if not the most beloved fighting game out there, thanks to Masahiro Sakurai and his team, always making the franchise feeling fresh and fun at the same time through just hard work and dedication and hours and blood, sweat, and tears, I assume. But enough talk about sales and history and whatnot. Let's talk about what I like about this game. It's undeniable that the best part for me is its massive roster with over 70 characters. I love the fact that everyone is back, so my friends from old times can pick up with the character they stuck with from the past. A lot of times with such a colorful cast, it's really hard to pick the next character in between matches. Let's not forget the guest characters. Holy crap, even Ken Masters made it in there. At least I got my characters like Dr. Mario, Ganondorf, who went through massive improvements, and so on. I finally got the wrestling character that I asked for in Smash for a long time, and I think Incineroar was the appropriate pick. He's interesting so far, but he's pretty dangerous in the right hands, so I have to mess around with him some more. But the unexpected underdog that I've really grown fond of is King K. Rool. Finally, another DK character making an appearance besides DK and Diddy Kong. It's the King himself. I love his overall gameplay with the cannonball and his other special moves. He's just flat out fun.
Oh, nice.
Wow,
Nice.
that comeback.
That was
a
good.
nice
That was really good.
Yeah,
That was-
that comeback.
Yeah.
John has been quiet the whole time.
And of course, they made some interesting changes with other characters, but remain just fun to mess around with within casual multiplayer. There's much diversity of what characters can do, so variety is covered. Now I do have to admit that there is just a couple of characters I really want to see, such as Lyn from Fire Emblem and Gengar. How cool would that be? The gameplay overall feels better comparing to Smash 4, and if you compare Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate side by side, especially how fast they just get knocked out or whatever, you start to realize how much better the changes in Smash Ultimate are really becoming if you the more you look at Smash 4. It just feels like a lot of the characters took off their ankle weights, and it feels new and yet familiar at the same time, which is a great feeling, and I love it. That's all I can say. Not only the fighter selection is massive, we can't forget the stage and the music in this game. The library is just crazy, although one thing, where are the rest of the memorable songs from the Final Fantasy series? This time around, not only do they have an Omega mode for each stage, but a Battlefield mode as well. This is really nice since a lot of people in competitive play go to Battlefield or Battlefield-esque stages. So that's why this feature is really nice, so we can possibly see more stage variety when watching tournaments. It's also nice that all stages are selectable this time around for 8-player Smash, another likable feature. Features like stage morphing and other options for matches is a fun way to experiment what are the best settings for you and your friends. There are a lot of small changes that really add up to a much more pleasant experience, like the slow-mo kills. Even a multi-language feature that actually changes the voices of the characters. I finally can hear the Japanese voices of a lot of the fighters I've never heard before. I just wish that you can have interchangeable options like English text and Japanese audio and so on. Now, people complained about unlocking the characters with this big roster, especially from TOs or tournament organizations. I just tolerated it, honestly. I personally wish you could have unlocked them like you would in MVC2, just collect coins and unlock them from there. Or maybe an option to unlock the entire roster for a set price. Sounds crazy, trust me, I know. Now, I know that the whole a new challenge approaches is really nostalgic and all, I understand that. But we live in a different time now where we just want the entire roster right away. The World of Light was an interesting case to me. At first I thought this story campaign from Spirit Mode was just gonna be super mundane, so I kinda took my time admittedly. But not too long ago, I got a good 6.5 hours of my time playing it finally, and it grew on me quickly. Collecting these spirits kinda sparked that strange addiction to collecting more spirits from the spirit board. Maybe it's just my honeymoon phase, because it boils down to being a gacha simulator, except you kind of have to fight for it. I mean, it doesn't help with the fact that you can send out your lesser spirits on expeditions to find materials and coins and currency and what have you, just like you would in Girls Frontline or Azure Lane, two popular waifu gacha games. Also, they evolve or ascend in mobile game fashion. These spirits replace the trophies from older Smash games because modeling these collectibles take time. I understand that, but not having trophies in this game had a bigger impact than I thought. It was just so fun collecting them, especially during the casual days of Melee, ranking that capsule machine, just felt satisfying to keep your collection growing. You just need to be able to see certain characters in 3D, and you can only find these 3D models in Smash to really see them in full view. If it had some sort of Gachapon or capsule machine here in Ultimate, it would have been a little better, but I think nothing like that is present here. I mean, what are you going to do with all these spirits that you collected other than World of Light? Spirits really don't offer really anything else other than being artwork that you just can find on the internet, and they just offer nice little effects, sure, but only in World of Light. Classic mode really feels like classic mode from the older Smash titles. It's just simple and forward. It feels like an arcade mode. Now lastly, the graphics are overall just great to look at and really impressive, especially if you think about what the Switch is, which is a portable and a home console. Speaking of which, it really impresses me that all this is happening in a little tiny cartridge, especially if you run 8-player Smash with all the items and all the chaos, and it really just comes together even in a little portable device, and it still runs great for the most part. Again, it just really impresses me. Now, as much as I praise this game, there's really apparent negatives that I do have to address here for Smash Ultimate. I was really looking forward to 8-player mode in Smash Ultimate because of its large roster. But unfortunately this time around, it just feels weaker in terms of experience. The Achilles heels of this mode is the newly added balloon effect in the game. What I'm referring to is the mechanic to pretty much fast forward your opponent when you launch them at higher percentages to the appropriate spot in the air, unlike previous games. That way, you don't have to wait for them to stop flying back as long as you did in Smash 4, which was one of the reasons why it had that slower pace. Also, the plume of smoke they leave behind just adds to the difficulty, especially when you have multiple people just flying across the screen. It's absolutely difficult to keep track of your character in this already chaotic mode.
I forgot how to do soup.
Man, I know shit. I know shit. Usually I'm pretty good at following 8-player Smash. I lost my character 5 times in that match.
Yeah.
Well, I just lost my character.
I am losing my character so much more than 8-player Smash before. Here's the crazy thing. We realize it's because of the balloon effect on Smashes now. There's a lot of chaos, and then a character goes flying in a direction. Before, your character had this trajectory that kind of went whoosh, and you were able to follow them. But now, when you're playing 8-player Smash because of the new trajectory physics, your character goes swink, and you're gone.
You have to really keep track with your eyes peeled of your character just so you just don't get lost. But not too long after, you'll start to really feel the burn in your eyes because you're not really blinking or anything like that. Some people believe that they really need a bigger TV just to really ease the experience.
So the balloon knockback actually makes 8-player Smash way more chaotic. Like, way more. And keeping track of your character, I feel like our TV actually needs to be bigger. It is ridiculous, man.
It also actually makes things harder for certain characters to win in this mode. You just have to play way more carefully, which is a lot harder to do in a chaotic party mode, trust me, or just pick any of the heavyweights. Ganondorf, in my opinion, is by far the king of 8-player Smash, especially when you have Smash Meter on.
Bro. Where am I?
Don't just say you can. You need to be truthful.
That's to put you in place.
Oh god. That was not working.
He's not doing it.
Oh my god, even when he's not in Simmons' hands, fucking Ganondorf will still destroy. Goddamn.
Also, Stage Morph sucks, and I would leave that off for this mode unless you like making people mad.
I'm gonna ask him a question.
No, I got pills, dude.
What? No pills.
Prescribe them.
What are the pills for? I'm asking you. I'm asking you. What's going on with the screen? Oh no.
Whoa!
Oh god!
Max is the winner. I don't know how. We all died.
We all died except for him.
Everyone was confused what was happening.
Stage one. Stage one.
Damn it!
The stage transition one.
Stage beat that shit out of us.
Sakurai.
Thank you, Miyamoto.
Smash 4's 8-player Smash ran just fine. I felt like most of the characters had some sort of chance because of its slower pace. Otherwise, regular 4-player mode runs just fine. It just seemed apparent that this game caters more towards 1v1s this time around, giving that esports kind of coding. With that said, 8-player Smash is still reasonably fun once you really get behind its faults. The other thorn that really stings me bad is the online experience. It's just bad. Like somehow worse than Smash 4.
I'm so confused. Oh boy.
Is there? Where's the highlight?
It's rough.
Oh, this is laggy as shit.
Oh!
It is super laggy. Dude, I'm gonna play Charizard. I'm gonna play Charizard in forward B.
The netcode itself is really hit or miss, and right now it misses the mark more times. Not having dedicated servers really sucks, so it depends on the internet quality of other people. It's really disappointing because you have to pay for the online multiplayer for the Switch, especially when it's part of the advertisement. Luckily, the few times I played with my friends, the connection was okay at most. Smash 4's netcode was smooth like silk when playing with my friends online. But even if the netcode was good, the search feature is just pure malarkey. What happened to For Fun and For Glory? It worked great, so why just throw it out completely? I mean, at first, this new feature seemed promising at first, but you're not guaranteed 1v1s or free-for-alls consistently. Even with the new elite ranking, it doesn't matter. What the fuck? Inconsistency seems to be the theme here for this online mode. Now allow me to go to the next point, then come back around. While Classic Mode, All-Stars, and World of Light are fun, but after some time, you're gonna feel its repetitive nature. The achievement board also just seems a lot smaller this time around. Adding to that, Stage Creator is not even around here. So it seems like the single player's experience just feels weaker as well, having you to rely on the online experience to keep going.
But guess what? The online sucks! You see how this is a problem here? Now I know this is probably a strong word to say, but hear me out. You need to play with your friends locally to get the most out of your fun. But for those who don't really have access to that, you just gotta suck it up and play online via lobbies. Speaking of which, at least it has the decency to have a spectator mode and private lobbies. While it's a welcoming addition, unlike Smash 4, it begs for improvements still. One fix that comes to mind is that you can't change the settings for your lobby once you set them and once you start that lobby. So basically, if you want to change them, you have to back out, shut down the lobby completely, just so you can change things here and there in the settings, and then activate that lobby again, and then your friends have to come back in again. Like, oh, and there's no online tournament mode in private lobbies. Why? Come on. Now, although a lot of fun was had with myself and my friends playing 2v2, like playing against randos online, and we take turns and stuff like that. But again, you have to be locally together in order to make that kind of fun happen. So again, it's just a missed opportunity here. Nintendo still seems to be behind when it comes to the online portion of games. First Splatoon 2, and now this? They really need to start taking things seriously, especially with the whole paid online, starting later in 2018, and now that it's active, you kind of expect that much. Otherwise, a good number of casuals may drop the game after a couple of months, even with probably like the new DLC characters and stuff like that. If none of these improvements are seen in this online mode.
Yeah, you should grab him and then grab him and then do that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's so mean though. That's so mean. That's so mean. Yeah. Dude, you just ended them. Dude, they're dead.
Smash Ultimate's strengths comes from its substantial roster, the stages, the soundtrack collections, the local multiplayer for the most part, but they made some real deep cuts in some corners with like the subpar online, even with the netcode somewhat improved. No trophies to collect, minigames missing from this game like the home run derby or home run contest, the target practice and platform jumping from the older games. And with that, the single player experience just feels dry this time around. It just caters more towards the 1v1 or the 2v2s, a little too much for the sake of the competitive scene, in my opinion. I really hate to do this, but I just feel like I have to be really critical because I love these games so much. It's one of my most beloved games of all time, you know, with Smash as a fighting game, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. It's a really fun game that I loved in the past. And with this, I really gotta be really honest with my feelings on this game. So with my score out of 10, 5 being average, a 6 is what I really feel like it's just above average from that 5 because of what it really missed. But the strengths are really good, the goods are really good, but the bads are just really itching me the wrong way. So is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate the ultimate game for us Smashers? I believe no. But is it still worth getting on the Switch? Oh yeah, absolutely. It's still fun, a fun time with your friends, locally and online in a selective manner. What's good about Smash is undeniable, and thanks to its portable nature of the Nintendo Switch, you can take it on the go, set it up at anyone's house, and just really start up the fun instantly. The core gameplay is more than great for the game itself to really keep itself afloat in relevancy for a long while at least. And I just hope that wish that the online portion really gets a big overhaul, like the netcode and how they do things with the lobby, stuff like that. Hopefully it gets some love like what MKX went through from NRS a while back. And you know, hopefully they add some more things over time. I know that they do stuff with the spirits and stuff like that, with the spirit board, where they do double XP or something like that. It kind of really start to really feel like a mobile game, but it can't be helped. Hopefully they just add something to the game, and there are still things I look forward to, as critical as I am with the game, like Proton Plant coming not too far from as I record this video. And of course we're getting Joker from Persona 5 of all people added to this roster in the future. Not to mention the rest of the DLC is just really up in the air for anyone. It really brings excitement for people like me. But there's only one way to find out. We just gotta wait. Not to mention its competitive scene. What is it gonna be like? I'm excited for that. I want to see what characters are good, what characters are bad, or not bad, but you know what people will gravitate towards too. The rest of the year will hold those answers, and I just want to check out Smash Ultimate's competitive scene. You know, really develop and see it grow, and hopefully it'll bring the Melee community and the rest of the Smash community kind of together. But we'll see about that. So this has been my review for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I still enjoy the game enough for me to just keep playing it for a while. I just hope the improvements, you know, a lot of them, you know, come through, and I just hope, you know, more things for Smash altogether in the future. But for now, this is what we got. And if you have any comments or anything like that, or what are your thoughts about Smash Ultimate? I know this is a little late. I really apologize for that, but I'll try to be on top of things for this year. But again, I'll do my best. But anyways, drop those comments, anything about Smash Ultimate down below. Please check out my sponsors like Loot Crate or Into the AM. All that is in the description below. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up and the subscription, stuff like that. You know the drill for YouTubers. Really helps out, of course, and I really appreciate it as always. 2019 just began, and I really look forward to a lot of the new games. And I'll try to see if I can do a review for Tales of Vesperia, maybe in this style. But we'll see about that. But anyways, just, you know, really am looking forward to the future games that are coming this year, including Animal Crossing and the core RPG of Pokemon. Man, just I'm really already anticipating for those two games. But anyways, Thank you guys so much. This has been my review for Smash Ultimate. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.